When you are a beginner in English and you start using this language, sometimes you make some mistakes unconsciously. Actually, I got a comment from someone asking me to post a video about the most common mistakes by beginner in English. By the way, that's a good idea. Thank you so much. So let's look at the four most common mistakes by beginner in English. Mistake number one, good instead of well. So basically, good is an adjective used to describe a noun. So if I say he is a good student, good is describing student, which is a noun. On the other hand, well is an adverb used to describe a verb. So if I say he is working well is describing the action of working, which is a verb. So sometimes beginner can say she sings good, which is grammatically incorrect. She sings well, or he speaks English good. He speaks English well, because the action of singing or speaking are verbs. They are not nouns. So she sings well. He speaks English very well. Mistake number two, incorrect subject-verb agreement. So basically, the verb must agree with the subject. Let's take the example of the verb to be. I am, you are, he is, she is, we are, you are, they are. So the verb must always agree with the subject. So you cannot say she don't like chocolate. She doesn't like chocolate, because the verb must agree with the subject, which is the third person of singular. Or you cannot say he don't like coffee. He doesn't like coffee. Or the books is on the table, which is incorrect. The books are on the table. Since there are many books, we use they. They are on the table. Mistake number three, confusing since and for. So remember this. We use since when referring to a starting point in time. So if you say, I've been playing soccer since Monday, it means that Monday is the starting point. It is when the action has officially started. And we use for duration. You can say, I've been playing soccer for 2 weeks. So we are talking about the duration, which is 2 weeks or 2 years or whatever you can decide. So you cannot say, I've lived here since 5 years. It is grammatically incorrect. I've lived here for 5 years. Or if you want to talk about since, you need to take a specific time. You can say, I've lived here since 2020, which is the starting point of the action. So remember, since is for starting point and for duration. And lastly, incorrect word order in question. So the rule is quite simple. You put the auxiliary before the subject and then the main verb if you did not use it as the auxiliary. So you cannot say what you are doing now. What are you doing now? You should put are before the subject. Auxiliary, subject, main verb. Or you cannot say where I can find the books. It is grammatically incorrect. Where can I find the book? Can is the auxiliary, so put the auxiliary before the subject. Where can I find the book? So if you want to know more about how to ask good question in English, I made a full video about it. Just check the link just up here. So that's all for today. Let me know if you want the part 2 of the most common mistakes by beginner in English. And also, if you have any other mistake or any other idea, you can just write it in the comment section down below and I will check each and every comment.